You heard that title right. After being absent from the second film, Porky is back and is getting revenge. Why wasn't that the plot of part 2? Porky's Revenge is honestly my first memory of the Porky's movies, since of the 3 films, it was this box cover that stuck out the most to me in the video store. I was young enough to be like, there's a Porky Pig movie and he's striking back? We have to rent it. It's all new. That's a tagline that still works for a movie from 1985. While the second movie didn't bring in quite as much box office as the first, it did still make money for the studio, who offered writer-director Bob Clark to make the third. He was interested, but was busy making Rhinestone at the time, and simply just wanted some time to finish that film and prepare a story for Porky's 3. I guess the studio was antsy, so they had a script written without his knowledge, causing Clark to completely distance himself from it. They didn't even give it a proper novelization like the first 2 had. Instead, they got Ziggy Steinberg to write the script. We're in safe hands. He wrote The Jerk too. And he's written for the David Steinberg Show as well. So he does come with twists. He actually is in no relation to David Steinberg. Directing duties went to James Comack, a producer and director on Welcome Back, Kotter and Chico and the Man, and this would be his only theatrical film as a director. As long as you keep it American like the Canadian originals, this is gonna be as patriotic as putting your flagpole in a shower hole. This is an important milestone for the gang. Look, they're finally graduating high school. It's good they got their degree before turning 40. The gang is all here. Meet Wendy, Pee-wee, and the rest that are in all 3 but leave no impression. As long as Nancy Parsons and Chuck Mitchell are back, that's all I'm asking for. Though with Clark not involved, it does have a different cinematographer and composer too. Musician Dave Edmunds did the music for the movie, with cinematography by, hang on, the hell kind of graduation is this? Is this in the Patch Adams universe? Oh, okay, it's another dream sequence where he got his morning wood back. But there being nudity at the graduation wouldn't have surprised me if it wasn't a dream sequence. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, cinematography by Robert Jessup. And given that he worked on Smokey and the Bandit, Race with the Devil, The Dukes of Hazzard, and Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders too, I can see why they'd want him for this. But now on to everyone's favorite thing in the world. Ugh, someone describing their dreams.
So then she takes out this gazumbi.
Gazumbi? What's that?
You know, num-nums, choo-choos, tits.
So are he and Wendy still together? There's more important things. They found a stag film.
Well, we've got something you'll all want to see. A stag film.
A real stag film?
The second movie had you busting a stag film ring. You didn't just steal theirs? Brilliant plan, boys. Watch the stag film on school grounds. Why not? Ball breakers just right outside. Not like they'll get in trouble regardless.
They're sick. They're perverted. They're retarded.
Okay, we'll put that right on their diploma. I just want to see the story of how this stag film ends up at the party house from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This scene is almost clever, where it feels like they're describing their own movie.
He means it's true, there is some nudity.
Some nudity.
But it's art.
It's filth.
That's your characterization.
They all had boners.
Pauline Kael is pissed. Their punishment is that they're sent back to class immediately without stopping for a drink at the water fountain first. Then we get to, does this have a plot yet? Is it making a bet with the cheerleaders?
Why don't you throw a victory party after the game?
Okay, if you win, you got it.
And we're not talking about a milk and cookies party. We want an orgy.
Excellent. It's the origin for how Debbie Does Dallas came to be. At least these actors look more like teenagers than the ones from that film. These students have a very confusing high school career. In the second, they were theater kids putting on a Shakespeare production. But now they're tired of that, so they're the basketball team now. That only makes sense if Zac Efron shows up and starts singing. Go figure, Pee-wee isn't a great basketball player. Damn, he passed out before rose petals flew out her blouse. It's getting supernatural as the girl was the same one Pee-wee was seeing in his dreams. Forget that weirdness. The coach has gambling debts and owes Porky money.
I'll talk to Porky. I can get the rest of the money in about a month or so.
Son, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. How could he betray the team like this?
You heard it all, huh?
I am never letting you scrub my back ever again. Meanwhile, in the house party for me ga featuring that combo that really swings. I mean, they are waiting for an orgy to happen. Listen to how excited they are.
Well, ladies, let's go. Let's orgy!
Spoken like they don't even know the meaning of the word and are just gonna play naked heads up 7-Up. Gee, is this gonna turn out to be a prank, like the Cherry Forever prank, or the one involving zombies? How many times will these idiots fall for a sex prank? Fool me 3 times, and I'll get blue balls and have to top myself off again. I'm honestly surprised the gag isn't that they're releasing live piranha in the pool. That would have been a lot funnier. The gag is that the girls only pretend to take their tops off, while the guys are actually naked. Then they steal their clothes. Good one. They've never had a problem being naked in public before, and they're caught by the parents. Seriously, this didn't seem to ruin their night at all.
It's a really good idea.
Too. I liked it. I don't care.
Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. You love running around naked with your friends?
I like that small talk, like, gave me something to do. At least someone shows up to remember the title.
Come on, drive.
Where we going?
Porky's.
Well, it is like the first one in that regard, where you frequently ask yourself, isn't this supposed to be about Porky's? Let's take a break. Like the plot, they're probably gonna get a little lost.
The hazard will continue.
We're back, as this is a good enough shot to insert some ADR describing who Porky is and what happened in the first one. It's still an ADHD movie, so let's quickly leave Meat on the side of the road with a supposed ugly girl, where Meat still seems fine with it.
Why do they call you Meat?
Why do they call you Blossom?
Okay, what is this, Moonraker now? Finally, the gentle giant found his girl with braces. They figured out that Porky runs a riverboat casino after his place was destroyed, where they are gonna take him down because the coach is a gambler who owes Porky money. That seems like it's on the coach. Why does Porky always have to be punished for shit someone else starts? He's just minding his own business, running his boat and kicking out the drunkards.
I almost forgot what a mean son of a bitch he is.
Oh, is he a mean son of a bitch? Didn't you leave your friend with a girl because you thought she was ugly? There's a twist with that, too.
Hi, Daddy!
Hi, baby.
They're gonna destroy Porky's business and bang his daughter. They try using Meat and Blossom as a distraction to film illegal activity at the place. Oh, that works well. Just run, you'll be fine. Yeah, shoot him, Porky. Jesus, wow. Would anyone really be that sad if the movie just ended right here, right now? Instead, they agree to throw the state championship so Porky can bet against them, and that will get the coach off the hook. Damn, 30 minutes in and everything really does seem resolved. This makes them very sad and depressed, like I give a shit. You're all the definition of peaked in high school. They do have a plan, though.
If we hold a press conference and announce that certain unscrupulous elements wanted us to throw that game, nobody will be able to touch us.
Oh yeah, criminals that you owe money to love it when you go on TV and complain about them. We need to pad this out a little bit so Meat isn't feeling well when dissecting a frog. Oh, who hasn't passed out in the middle of class at Angel Beach High?
You expect me to believe that the captain of the basketball team would faint at the sight of a mere frog?
The hell? Why is this the most that any student has been yelled at in this? Now it's a plot that's in every single TV series set in high school. He has to pass his biology class or he doesn't get to play basketball. Though the school chaplain is now my favorite new character.
And I'm backing her up on that 100%! Get the hell out of here!
Dude is going 200% at making the most of his screen time. This can help their brilliant scheme. I take it it's a scheme. No one leans on top of each other peeking around the corner unless it's a scheme. Studying is for losers. Best steal the answers to the test. I don't know which one it is. I just know that one of these guys has to be Zach Morris's father. For some reason, the keys to the teacher's apartment are there. It's not breaking and entering if we have the keys. Guys, do you all have to go in? What if she comes back? You're not all gonna fit in the closet. That's why Jeffrey Beaumont didn't bring a team with him. This is like 3 episodes of a show stuck together if the gang from Bayside had to see what kinky sex the teachers are into.
And you can be the impotent alcoholic monk that just escaped from the monastery.
Goody, that's my favorite.
Can we go back to Kim Cattrall howling like a dog, please? Whatever, I guess the boys like it. And how the hell did he get into that ice cabinet? This movie is also failing at physics class. This goes on so long and it doesn't escalate. They just leave and Pee-wee stays to peep in for a second. That's it. Some plots I just forgot about, like the principal's still wanting to see the stag film so he can know if it's art or not. But if they can record the teachers having sex, maybe he can pass biology.
We might be able to get some photographs of them. Perfect blackmail material.
Yeah, secretly recording them banging will get them in trouble and not you. I've seen Getting It On. You'll be put on probation, mister. Luckily, Pee-wee's grandmother lives right next door, so they can use her window to spy on the teacher. This is just like Goodfellas. If they visited Tommy's mom while plotting to embarrass Frank Vincent with a sex tape. Let me borrow this knife, Ma. We'll have to cut the film later. Let's take another break. I have the sudden urge to watch Body Double instead.
You can't believe everything you see. Brian De Palma's Body Double. This week on the Saturday Night Movie.
We're back, and remember, we can't create Debbie Does Dallas without a box cover. Anyway, one is buried in the sand now, and where's Miss Ballbreaker?
Look, Beulah Ballbreaker. It's a debating team, arts and crafts, and wrestling.
It's just a picture of her, yet she's still the funniest one in the scene. The movie needs more Cakey Hunter, too. She is good in these, and plus this would be her last theatrical film before her retirement from acting. I'm guessing she and Pee-wee aren't together anymore. He keeps running into his literal dream girl, Inga, who already wants to meet him in a hotel room. What part of you thinks there isn't a catch? The catch being that they're trying to set Ballbreaker up with her lost love, only the wrong person got the love letter, and it was Pee-wee. He isn't hooking up with the Swedish chick at all. It's Ballbreaker. Ho ho ho! I'm continuing not to be shocked that a lot of sitcom people made this. Maybe we should help him out. No, are you kidding? There's nothing new at the drive-in. We've already seen Wild Guitar 20 times. There's another twist. That's not Pee-wee, it's Tommy, who dressed like him because he thought Inga would be in there. Serves you right. Ha ha ha. Porky is so not the worst person in this universe. Back to the basketball plot. Hey guys, remember when we tricked Klansmen into coming in here and tried castrating one of them? Of course I do. It was yesterday. I would actually love that if all 3 movies were in the same week. Good news, she got Meat's aced test, but still wants to make sure he never plays. Why isn't Porky's Revenge all about Porky's Revenge? Oh, there he is. Nice of him to make an appearance. Right, he's betting on the game, and they're gonna screw him for no reason. And the biology teacher still won't let Meat play. How are they gonna win now? I don't care. What I wouldn't kill for New Bomb Turk to show up and liven up this film by farting along to Volare. And the jig is up. They found the blackmail pictures. Thank God. I was worried this plot diversion would be pointless, but she does let him play now. They're sure to win. No wonder they needed Meat in the game. It's no rules basketball. Punch them in the face, kick their ass. This feels like I'm watching the end of a different movie. Calm down, Hoosiers. This isn't suspenseful. Good thing we worked so hard to bring meat back into the game. That way Pee-wee can be the true hero. Still, they had to double-cross Porky.
They double-crossed me again. Now someone's gonna pay for this shit.
We're an hour and 5 minutes in, and it's finally about Porky getting revenge. I'm still rooting for Porky. He finds out Meat hooked up with his daughter, and now he wants the two to marry. Okay. I'm actually into this plot as well, where they find that Ballbricker is sad that she didn't meet her long-lost love, so they plan to use their powers for good and actually find the man for her. I'm assuming they just looked up his address. I honestly hope this works out. It even gets better shot.
Love me tender.
Well, I'll give it this. Ballbricker does have the best arc in the whole series, which makes me glad. Nancy Parsons is still good here, even if she doesn't have a lot of scenes. See? All she needed to do was get laid. Now she's fine with dirty movies on school grounds. They devote more time to the Stag film, doubling as a review for the movie.
I sat through every disgusting frame of this film. Twice.
I'm not watching Porky's Revenge twice. This is a fine time to take another break. The movie's about prom now. But I got another convention announcement. Come see me at Planet Funk Con on June 28th through the 30th in Davenport, Iowa, where you can get autographed copies of my book, Class of '86, movies, and more. Get your tickets at planetfunkcon.com. Now that we're back...
I win the state championships, I bring the car here, I put on this monkey suit, and now I gotta walk there. It's really garbage, man.
The easy way. I'll believe Porky's getting revenge when I see it.
I want you to tell those double-crossing, rat-faced basketball pricks that Porky finally got his revenge.
Oh, okay, he said it, so I believe it's like the title. Why wasn't the whole movie about this? They could cut so much out of it and focus on this plot of Porky getting his revenge by kidnapping Meat and forcing him to marry his daughter on board his riverboat casino. In fact, Porky is kind of a genius. He kidnapped Meat on an occasion where he'd already be wearing a tuxedo. Hell, I want to attend this wedding, not stop it.
Get your ass back in your car, man. Lay off.
This is the best episode of Cops. The music is getting better too. It ran out of sitcoms to replicate, so now it's an 80s procedural. I could still use more scenes with these two.
And I'm glad to see my son-in-law is a moxie guy. Because that's exactly what I want for my grandson.
What grandson?
Can we have an in-laws sitcom about Meat and Porky? You can call it Hold the Coleslaw. This movie really is all about the shenanigans, with zero dramatic subplots, which was the intention of the movie's director, as he stated he was disappointed in the second movie, criticizing it for containing a message, stating that the first film was pure and simple about teenage sex, not about humanity. On the one hand, I get it if you just want to keep the third one strictly about comedy. But plots about bigotry were in the first film too. It wasn't that deep about it, but it was there, although it wasn't really seamless with the rest of it, so there was a lot of tonal whiplash. Because of that, I will say that the third is the most consistent with its tone, even if it's mostly terrible. But I like the last act where it turns into a high school Burt Reynolds movie with a lot of silliness, like Wendy being the distraction by making the bridge worker think she's trying to commit suicide. Oh no, she's dead! I'm curious where this goes, just to see if they have the budget for it. They closed the bridge, so the riverboat will crash right into it. Are they gonna show it? Not bad, they really did pull off that effect. Our heroes and the effects are still out to destroy Porky's life. The movie brought in the least amount of money of the three, although still kept its budget small enough to turn in a profit. Now the boys have enough destruction credits needed to graduate, but they still need some nudity credits, where they convince Pee-wee they're all gonna flash on stage. Wait, the hell? It's all playing out just like his dream at the beginning of the film. Can he predict the future? can't end without a rollicking 80s shenanigans comedy song. It may not be the King Frat theme, but it'll do. Porky's Revenge was stupid. But I guess it's serviceable enough to end the trilogy. Most of these movies really are the types that are fun to watch with a group of friends, but watching them by yourself and taking notes is just depressing. Did I say it was the end of the series? Well, yes, no, sorta, because like horror franchises, we still can't let a zany 80s series like this not have some kind of 2000s reboot. Wait, there was a fourth Porky's film? What?